Sup, my name is Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Welcome to Coffee Time, your Monday morning discussion video released in the evening because I am actually recording during the daytime. Maybe that sounds a little bit nicer than just because I can, because some people may take that the wrong way. So, before we get into this, Premium Gold Wednesday on the channel, gonna happen, don't worry. Secondly, let's go into today's topic. Yu-Gi-Oh! Will forever be broken. And I know some of you probably instantly want to go, no Ryu, this is the ultimate fix. We can fix the game. No, Marty. We gotta go back. I can't even do the Marty voice. We gotta go back in time to a, even simpler point when Invasion of Chaos wasn't a thing. But I'm going to basically give my reasons why it will forever remain broken. And it's not just because of power creep. It's not just because of Konami. It's multiple reasons. Let's share it down in the comments below. Share your thoughts. Be heard. Let's make this happen. So, my main point why I believe Yu-Gi-Oh! Will forever be broken is because not the player base. Let's get that out of the way. It's not the player base. Yu-Gi-Oh! Has always been designed over time to evolve into a stronger and stronger game. It's kind of like Doomsday. If you ever read the Batman vs Superman comics, no, in all seriousness, it's like Doomsday from Superman. Every time you kill him, he comes back stronger, and then he can't die the same way. It's that Yu-Gi-Oh! Has that kind of power creep Doomsday syndrome. If you would grab on that idea, and I'm gonna explain this out. So way back in the day, like Legacy of Darkness was the most broken set. You know, some monster effects that would rip cards from your hand. Now remember, this is when the game was uber slow. You had Snatch Steal, you have powerful cards that still to this day are powerful. But here's the thing that gets to it. You get to Invasion of Chaos, and it's shown like, oh my fucking god, it's so broken, we can't deal with it. Everything below it's trash. And to that point, everything was beat down. But now, you have this deck that focuses on using monster effects, breaks up everything you can do, and then drops a big 3000 beat stick onto the board. Now, back in the day, you had a tribute or you had a ritual summon to get those shits out. Nope, Chaos just poops all over it. Now, doesn't it sound kind of familiar? Breakers of Shadow comes out, Pepe's strongest deck. Pepe gets hit. Pepe still becomes Dragopal. It's still technically Pepe. It's just under a different name. Same kind of idea. You're using the pendulums to go out and go ham. So, here's the fun aspect I want to talk about. When you realize it will forever be broken, you have to understand why you actually still enjoy the game. And some of you will probably just go, I don't enjoy the game at all. Or Ryu, you don't enjoy the game. I do enjoy the game. I just get burned out by toxic people. But that's a different topic for a different day. What I'm trying to say at the end of the day is this. I come to Yu-Gi-Oh! Because there was no other game like it. There's no other game that allows me to swarm the shit out of my opponent and just deliberately win. There is no other game that allows me to do what Yu-Gi-Oh! Does, whether it be the fusions, whether it be the synchros, whether it be the exceeds, whether it be the pendulums or the rituals or the tribute monsters or just the fact, and this is the big one, I can choose any deck, doesn't matter how good it is or how far it'll take me, and I could just play with it because it'll be legal to play with it. Most decks you can legally play with unless the cards are on the ban list. As where other card games like Pokemon, they get shifted out and you're like, well, crap. But Ryu, there's casual play. But what if I wanted to go with the competitive aspect? What if I wanted to take my Chaos Dragons one more time out? Maybe I want to go into a regionals and just say fucking and play Chaos Dragons because that's fun to me. Some people like that challenge of using an older deck and getting out there. You can't do that with Pokemon. To be fair, with the trading game, you can't do it. However, with the actual game, you can. That's different thing. But Yu-Gi-Oh's not alone when it comes to the power creep syndrome or it comes to the change that people don't like. Because people don't like change. They like nostalgic. They like staying in their old ways. I'll be honest. I don't like fucking seeing WWE go down the path the way they're going. But hey, it sells to kids. It sells to kids. And with Yu-Gi-Oh right now, there are some things I don't like about it. There are some aspects that I would probably sit back and say, yeah, if this continues, I'm probably gonna leave. But you know what? I enjoy what I do on YouTube. I enjoy playing the game. I enjoy hanging out with my friends talking about Yu-Gi-Oh cards. As geeky and dorky as that may fucking sound to normal people, that is fun for me. That is my de-stress. I don't look at the Kardashian shit. I look at Yu-Gi-Oh shit. If I want drama, better be Yu-Gi-Oh drama. What I'm trying to get at is there's multiple other card games that you could easily go to. I came to Yu-Gi-Oh because I wanted Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't want Force of the Will. I don't want Magic the Gathering. I don't want set rotation. I don't want underpowered cards or safety netting. Safety netting is pretty much when you're playing too careful for power creep. And that's something that Yu-Gi-Oh could go to. That's something Yu-Gi-Oh could go to, and we could actually just sit there and go, oh fuck, this set sucks. We've been there before. Cyber Dark Impact. You gotta look at a few things. Konami wants to sell you cards. You want to buy cards. Do you ever buy the shittiest set? Fuck no, you buy the best set. Why? Because ever since 1996, what have you heard? I want to be the very best there ever was. You're not going to sit there and try to be second rate. If you're going to play competitive Yu-Gi-Oh, you want to win the whole sheding-ding. Maybe you're not in that competitive aspect. Maybe you're not up to that level of, I need to win so badly. My god, Ryu, you sound like a drug addict trying to sell me the drugs, man. What I'm trying to say is, for some people, they want to win. They don't want to just play the game. They want to play to win. And you're not going to go out and buy crap sets because A, it's going to be a waste of money to you. B, it's not going to benefit Konami either. And C, no one in the competitive Yu-Gi-Oh aspect wants shitty sets. This goes back to what I was saying, that Yu-Gi-Oh will forever remain broken. This is one of the pillars of why Yu-Gi-Oh will forever remain broken. Broken sets sell extremely well. They sell fast. Oh my god, this card is so broken, I'm leaving the game. Yet the set still sells out. The only exception to this whole damn thing would probably be Dragons of Legend 1. And to be fair, Fire and Ice Hand helped create Hat. So that was a thing. That was a painful thing. And some of you are probably instantly going, okay, but why else is it going to be broken? We could fix that. Well, there is the ban list. The ban list isn't designed. Yu-Gi-Oh is not designed to be a rotation game. Battle Pack was the closest thing you will ever see to Yu-Gi-Oh even touching close to rotation. And I know what you're probably saying, but Breakers of Shadow, it made everything under it, you know, irrelevant. Burning Abyss and Mermail, those are both still amazing decks. Monarchs, which technically you're using some older support, very little bit of it, but still you're still using some of the support. Set rotation is not good for Yu-Gi-Oh because it's a great idea. Card games that are designed to work around set rotation, like Pokemon, Pokemon was made to work on set rotation. Yu-Gi-Oh was not. Yu-Gi-Oh was made to just bring out the next best thing. That's pretty much plain and simple how it is. Over time, older cards get better because of newer cards, or older cards get worse because of newer cards. It's just kind of the idea of Yu-Gi-Oh! It's always going to be that revolving door. That's pillar number 2. Pillar number 3 is Konami does give a shit to a degree, but at some points they just care more about the money. And again, what sells? Broken shit. What gets asses in YCSs? Broken shit. To be fair, during Teledad, I think it had one of the highest numbers of people. Dragon Rulers, Spellbooks, all these decks for their time were incredibly powerful, yet people complained about them because it hurt the game. And yeah, it did. Everyone wants to say Yu-Gi-Oh's gonna die or Yu-Gi-Oh's gonna fade out. It's been 15 years and Yu-Gi-Oh has not faded out since it was released in Japan. It's been 20 years for Pokemon. I'm gonna make this reference over to Pokemon again. It's been 20 years this year for Pokemon. And even though there's been Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Magic the Gathering, Beyblade, Call of Duty, I guess if you want to put it out there, Halo, Xbox, Microsoft, Sony, wherever it is, Pokemon has always stayed relevant, always sold in the millions. Yu-Gi-Oh is doing the same. Maybe not as big as Pokemon, maybe it's not out there as big, but at the end of the day, it still has its star in the space, man. It still does. And that's not me trying to say Yu-Gi-Oh's never going to die. There may come a day. Everything eventually does die at some point. That's life. As much as it sucks, that's life. For everyone saying that Yu-Gi-Oh's just going to die because of this, or Yu-Gi-Oh's going to die because of that, it's not going to die as long as there's a big enough interest for it. And everyone said that Pokemon was going to fade out in about 2 years, maybe 3, maybe 4. After Johto, Pokemon was on a decline of interest. But it's still there. It's still strong as hell. When you see the lines around the conventions for it, it's still strong. Because not everyone cares about, oh, Pokemon's going to die this week. Pokemon's going to die that week. Gen 7's going to be the end of the world. I think it's so easy to become negative about stuff when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh! And yeah, I know this video probably seems that way, but I'm getting to the good part. It may seem that way at the end of the day, that negativity will always be the one thing that speaks out the most, because it's harder to speak positive than it is to speak negative. That is a true fact. But here's the fun part. When you think about Yu-Gi-Oh, there should always be a good memory there. If there's not, then you're not enjoying the game at all, and I don't know why the fuck you're playing it. I've met 285 friends. I counted the numbers from Yu-Gi-Oh alone. 285 that I talked to on a regular basis within a week's time. Not fucking over Facebook or over Twitter or whatever it is. I actually call these people up and I talk to them every day, or just as often as I can, because I'm very fucking busy at the end of the day. But Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't just stay nostalgic for me when it comes to meeting people. It's more than that. It's the memories I share with people that are no longer here. It's the memories I share with creating content for YouTube with each and every one of you. Having a little mini army behind me when I was fighting my darkest time last year, when I was in and out of the hospital. I have each and every one of you to thank for that. And while we make our way up to 10,000s, I think we're going to actually be able to accomplish that sooner or later. I am proud more than ever to say, yeah, I still love Yu-Gi-Oh! I still enjoy it. I may be taking a break from doing deck profiles, because getting cursed out on Yugioh Pro is the least of my favorite things to do for when it comes to creating content for any of the channels, to be completely honest. At the end of the day, Yu-Gi-Oh will forever remain broken, and I'm okay with that. Not everything needs to be in this perfect aspect or this perfect ratio or this perfect everything. It's okay to have that one guilty pleasure, and if it's Yu-Gi-Oh, it's Yu-Gi-Oh. And for everyone who says, but Yu-Gi-Oh is too damn expensive. Well, to be fair, everything's expensive in this world, and Yu-Gi-Oh is not an exception. And when you want to talk about it, because this is something I'm gonna just touch upon real quick, it's not Konami's fault that prices get so high. It's the fact that people are willing to spend it, because those people probably don't go out and like drink. When you go out and have a few beers, it's gonna cost you quite a bit. It's gonna cost you close to $100 just for about 10 drinks at a bar. Maybe that's not the price everywhere, but you know, you count food, you count traveling, you count all that shit. You could pretty much put a budget Yu-Gi-Oh deck together. Whoa, I threw it out there. Now, I don't drink anymore. I don't do that shit, but more power to you if you do. Not to put anyone down. But when it comes down to it completely, if you're okay knowing the game is broken like I am, knowing it's never going to be completely 100% fixed because it's unfixable, and you can enjoy the chaos that is Yu-Gi-Oh, then you're in it for the right reason. You're gonna have fun. And I know that's crazy, having fun in Yu-Gi-Oh. That's absurd, Ryu. You're just getting off track now. No, I'm getting straight to my point. I came to Yu-Gi-Oh because it's broke. I came to Yu-Gi-Oh because I don't want to see it fixed. I came to Yu-Gi-Oh because I like dropping big 3,000 monsters for no cost. If I wanted the resource system, or I wanted the rotation of sets, I go to Pokemon, I go to Magic the Gathering, I go to Force of Will. I'm not trying to put those card games down. Each one of those card games has aspects that I like to a degree. Even Vanguard. But to be completely honest, they don't keep my interest outside of Pokemon because of the artwork. I like collecting them, I'm not gonna lie. But those other card games don't keep my interest like Yu-Gi-Oh. I don't create content talking about cards for those card games. I don't create content on a daily basis, 300 and something days a year, except for days that I just can't anymore. I need a break. Creating content for YouTube and enjoying it to you, you know, uploading it to you guys for you to enjoy. It's Yu-Gi-Oh I do it for, because I know it's broken. I'm okay with that because that's what I want. Crazy as that is, that's what I want. That's been coffee time. Hopefully you enjoy it. Share your thoughts, share your memories, why you still enjoy this game, and I will see you guys on the next one as always.